champs, I'm back again with yet another topic of study, that is pronouns. But before that, let's hear a story. Grumpy, Sleepy, Happy, Dopey, Bashful, Sneezy and Dog were 7 friends. Although Grumpy, Sleepy, Happy, Dopey, Bashful, Sneezy and Dog were very different from one another, Grumpy, Sleepy, Happy, Dopey, Bashful, Sneezy and Dog got along just fine. In this story, Grumpy, Sleepy, Happy, Dopey, Bashful, Sneezy and Dog were repeated so many times that you would not have been able to understand the actual story because there was a repetition of names. So, in order to avoid repetition and save time, we have pronouns. So, let us understand what are pronouns. Pronouns are words that are used in place of nouns. So, let us see this with the help of an example. The salesman sold the puppy to the twins. So in this particular example, we have 3 nouns: salesman, puppy and twins. So let us replace them with pronouns. So instead of the word salesman, we can use he sold the puppy. So instead of puppy, we can write it to the twins. Instead of twins, we can write to them. So he, it and them are pronouns because they are replacing nouns. Let us understand some of the most commonly used pronouns. He, him, she, her, it, they, them, I, me, we, us and you. So he or him are used to refer to a male. She or her, they are used to refer to a female. The pronoun it is used to refer to non-living things or animals. They and them are used to talk about 2 or more people. I and me, they are used to talk about one's own self. We and us is used when we are talking about our own self along with some other people or any other person. And the last one is you. So when we are having a conversation with somebody standing in front of us, we refer to that person with the pronoun you. Say for example, we say, hey, how are you? Now let us understand the concept of subject or doer and object or receiver. So here you see a picture in which there's a boy who's throwing a ball and there's another boy who's there to receive it or to catch it. So, because this boy is throwing the ball, so this boy will be called the subject or the doer of the action. Basically, he's doing the action, right? And then this boy, because he's receiving the ball, he will be called the object or the receiver. Let us take another example. She taught them. In this example, who is doing the action? She is, because she's teaching, so she is doing the action. And who is receiving the action? Them is receiving the action. So she is the subject and them is the object. We also call the subject as the doer and we also call the object as the receiver. Now we are going to find out the corresponding receivers for all these doers. So say for example, there's somebody who's throwing a ball at a boy standing here. Then what will he call? Somebody is throwing the ball at him. So him is the corresponding receiver for he. Okay, let's see what about she, right? So if there's a girl standing here and somebody is throwing the ball at the girl, so you will say that somebody is throwing the ball at her. So for a girl we have the receiver as her. For it, now for example, an animal is standing here then and somebody is throwing the ball at an animal, then we'll say somebody is throwing the ball at it. So it is the receiver. Then if there are a group of students who are standing here and somebody is throwing the ball, then somebody is throwing the ball at them. If I am here and somebody is throwing the ball here towards me, so I'll say somebody is throwing the ball at me. And if along with me there are some other people standing here, and we get the ball, then we'll say that somebody is throwing the ball at us. And if somebody is throwing the ball at you, then I will say that somebody is throwing the ball at you. So the point to be noted here is that the receiver for it is it only, and the receiver for you is you only. So now we will understand singular and plural pronouns. So all those pronouns that refer to one person, place, animal or thing, they are called singular pronouns, and all those pronouns that refer to more than one person, place, animal or thing, then they are called plural pronouns. Let us see which one of them are singular and which of them are plural. So he, because he refers to one person, that is why it is a singular pronoun. Let's see the second one, she. She again refers to one single person, that is why it is a singular pronoun. Let's see the next one, it. It is used to refer to either one animal or one non-living thing, so it is again a singular pronoun. They is used to refer to a group of people, so that becomes plural. What about I? It would be singular because it refers to one single self. When we talk about we also refers to a lot many people, that is why it will be plural. And the last but not the least, which is you. So now you is really special. Why? Because you is singular also and you is plural also. Now let's see how. Let me give you an example to understand it in a better way. So if I say, Ankita, have you eaten your breakfast? Then you here is a singular pronoun because I am referring to only one person, that is Ankita. But when I say, students, have you eaten your breakfast? Then because I am referring to a lot of people, then you is used as a plural pronoun. Now let us understand another concept of pronouns, first person, second person and third person. So for that, look at this picture. There's a boy who's talking to a girl and both of them are having a conversation about this boy. Right? So the person who's speaking, this person will be called the first person. And because this boy is speaking to this girl, then this girl will be called as the second person. And because both of them are talking about this boy, then this boy will be called the third person. So first person involves all those pronouns in which self is involved. So when I say I, then I is a pronoun of the first person and also its corresponding receiver. Then we is also a pronoun of the first person along with its corresponding receiver. In the second person, when we are talking to somebody, you will always refer to that person as you. So that is why you falls into the category of second person. And about third person, if they both of them are talking and they are talking about this boy, then they will refer to this boy as he. So he, she, it, they are all pronouns of the third person. So go through the video over and over again to get a good hold of the concept of pronoun. So bye bye until we meet again.